CTV News at 5 with Hudson Mack.
Vancouver Island, the wildfire season is just heating up now as it is beginning to wind down. The fire risk is listed as high to extreme across the South Island and along the east coast of Vancouver Island as well. The west coast under a moderate warning and the northern tip of the island rated to be low or very low. That stubborn fire burning in Strathcona Park is continuing to grow. We first showed you the flames Friday and it's burning strong tonight. The fire has been smoking since a lightning strike in mid-August. It now covers nearly 200 hectares. The Coastal Fire Center says the fire remains within trigger points and it's not taking action yet because that could put the firefighters' lives at risk.
Wolf River Fire is on an extremely steep slope. We do not have crews on this fire. We're going to allow it to continue to burn. It's a modified response fire. We had someone out on a helipad assessing the fire the other day, and the visual that he gave us was that he could hear the trees crashing from the top down, and it took about a minute for them to reach the bottom. So it is an extremely steep and dangerous slope. We will not have crews on this slope.
And more evidence of how dangerously dry it still is. 2 grass fires were sparked along Dallas Road in Victoria on the weekend, both at Finlayson Point Beach. Firefighters spent hours on Sunday trying to douse the flames, and the day before there was a similar fire that burned its way up the hillside. Victoria Police tonight are investigating a shocking posting on the website Used Victoria in which someone placed an ad offering a baby free to a good home. Police say the post offered an infant showing pictures of a baby boy named Alex. The suspicious posting was reported to Vic PD this morning. The online ad was pulled immediately. Victoria Police will not release the picture because investigators don't know if this is a prank or if an actual baby is in danger.
So our officers started looking further into it. It was at that time that the posting was actually taken down. It wasn't by us, but it could have been by the poster or by Used Victoria staff. So right now what we're looking at doing is tracking down where this came from. The information that we have right now, by looking at it, is not from our jurisdiction, probably not from the island. We're looking outside the island here for this. And even if it is a hoax, we still need to make sure that no kids are at risk.
After the ad was posted, an anonymous person replied to the parent who wanted to give the baby away. That reply urged the parent to reach out for help or to drop the baby off in a safe location if they truly could not look out for the child or care for him anymore. Police say it appears no children are in danger. An Amber Alert that was issued for a missing teen in Vernon ended safely on the Lower Mainland in Delta this morning after police arrested the girl's father. 15-year-old Breeze Borden was found unharmed at a home in Delta, while her father, 37-year-old Shane Phelan, was taken into police custody. RCMP issued the Amber Alert Sunday night after the teen left Vernon with her father. Police traced the pair to the house and the emergency response team was called in. Officers say the father surrendered after speaking with a negotiator. Canada's broadcast regulator opened hearings today into the multi-billion-dollar purchase of Astral Media by BCE, Bell Canada's parent company, which owns this station. The first day of the CRTC hearings in Montreal opened with the announcement of new services that the merged company plans to offer. CTV's Geneviève Beauchemin has the story.
They came to the hearing with something new. Approval here would lead to a made-in-Canada competitor to Netflix and on-demand service, and to a plan to launch an all-news national French service based in Quebec.
We felt compelled to announce a product launch here so that the Commission clearly understood and Canadians understood the real benefits of this transaction that they'll see as consumers.
Bell argued its media marriage with Astral is in the best interest of viewers, listeners.
We expect to have very Canadian flavor and in many cases very local.
The deal was announced last March. Bell, already owner of channels including CTV, TSN, buying up Quebec-based Astral Media. It owns 25 specialty channels, including the movie network HBO Canada and 84 radio stations across the country. But there were critics to the deal, among the loudest the Say No to Bell campaign. Bell told the CRTC that is heavy-handed misinformation, a campaign led by Cogeco, a company that bid and failed to get Astral, and by Québécois, a company that BCE says hates competition.
They've used their own extensive media properties to demonize the transaction to an absurd degree.
I've got one here from Guillaume Cotes from Gatineau.
The commissioners also read some viewers' comments, pointing out it isn't just competitors opposing the deal.
If Bell gets very big, that means less competition in Canada, and it means higher prices for Canadian consumers.
But Bell argues the transaction would simply level the playing field.
This is a healthy and diverse marketplace, one with unlimited potential for these willing to create and compete by embracing new ideas and technologies.
The hearings are scheduled to continue all week, with competitors and consumers set to explain just how they see the deal. Geneviève Beauchemin, CTV News, Montreal.
Also, as part of that deal, Bell Media must abide by the CRTC's limits on how many radio stations one company can own in a single market. No stations on Vancouver Island are affected, but there are some on the Lower Mainland. Bell will sell 3 Vancouver stations currently owned by Astral: Virgin Radio, Shore FM, and Sea Isle AM 650. Well, the capital region's ever-growing tech sector is attracting investment from the land down under. The CEO of an Australian company, Codan Limited, visited his newest acquisition today. Mayor Dean Fortin and the Greater Victoria Development Agency were on hand to welcome him at the Daniels Electronics office. Codan purchased Daniels Electronics in August for $25 million, and together the companies will manufacture specialized mobile land radio equipment for the world market. The Australian company says it plans to make Victoria's firm a key North American office.
Daniels has got a superior brand name and recognition in North America, and Codan is involved with international markets, 150 different countries. So we don't really overlap. So bringing both companies together gives us a great opportunity to go after worldwide markets with products that we manufacture and that they manufacture.
Is twofold. One, that they're interested obviously in keeping the company here and looking for expansion. Obviously, if you're an employee, you're excited to know that your job's going to stay here and that you get to stay in this country, stay in this city.
The Australian Development Company says it plans on keeping the office in Victoria for years to come. More now on the breaking news we first brought you on CTV News at 6. Victoria Police have cordoned off a 1-block radius in downtown Victoria right next to the BC Legislature, investigating a suspicious package found late this afternoon on board a BC Transit bus. The area has been evacuated around Government and Superior, and that includes parts of the Legislature. BC Transit says the driver of the number 61 bus did a routine check just before 5 this evening, before the bus was heading out towards Souk, and found a package wrapped in tape. He called a transit supervisor, who called Victoria Police.
So at this time, we have evacuated everybody off the bus, and there have been limited evacuations from surrounding buildings. We do have a large area cordoned off right now, and are anticipating that will stay for a while until we have one of our technicians come down and take a look at the package and determine what exactly it is. So we'll be here for a bit. We are certainly thankful for all the people who were very gracious and left very quickly when we came here, realizing the gravity of the situation. So thank you very much to the public for that, and we're hoping we're able to resolve this fairly quickly.
All right, the situation is still unfolding. Let's go live now to CTV's Joe Perkins, who is at the scene, joining us live from right nearby. Joe.
Yeah, Hudson, we're on the front lawn of the Legislature right now. As you can see behind me, these little blocks are set up all around Superior and Government Street. 1-block radius in each direction from Superior and Government has been set up. There's police tape surrounding the entire area. Right now, an explosive expert is on scene. He's analyzing this package. The driver, obviously a bit shook up, says it was wrapped in white toilet paper with black tape. It was on the bottom level of a 2-decker bus that was just about to begin its route to Souk. He noticed the package, and someone, we don't know who at this point, called it in to police. They came down. That was just before 5 o'clock. We should know in about half an hour what the next steps will be. The bomb squad from the Lower Mainland at this point has not been called. There's no word that they will be called, but like I said, that explosive expert is on the scene with a K9 unit. They're taking a look, and for now it's just a waiting game, and nobody is being allowed into this area.
Leave it at that. We'll let you get back to gathering what you know, Joe, and we'll look for more from you tonight on CTV News at 11.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you. Joe Perkins reporting live at the scene of a suspicious package on board a BC Transit bus. Well, firefighters in the Comox Valley are calling an overnight fire suspicious after a brush area went up in flames. Firefighters say this looks deliberate. They say it appears somebody lit a large pile of wooden debris on fire in an open field in Comox. The pile was a handful of material that had been left over after logging had occurred in a former recreational area. Crews from both Courtenay and Comox were called in to douse the stubborn blaze. The Comox fire chief says the field is surrounded by a handful of homes and they could have been at risk if the fire hadn't been contained.